Now, the Lake Travis area is one of the fastest growing areas in all of Greater Austin, but there are definitely nuances to living around the lake, and I'm going to break those down for you in this video today. Stay tuned. Before I dive into many of the details that people don't know about the Lake Travis area, I'm going to paint a picture of what I love about this area. And unless you've lived here for some time, many people don't realize these things. Now, with that being said, there truly is something for everyone around the lake. In many of the areas throughout the country, and definitely in other parts of Austin, you might expect a lot of the waterfront areas to have more of a pretentious atmosphere or vibe to them. And that is not the case at all around Lake Travis. There are so many different communities around the lake, from multi-million-dollar waterfront homes and gated neighborhoods to simple cabins in the hills. There is just such a variety, and that's what I find people love about living near Lake Travis. Each pocket offers a completely different atmosphere, style of home, and overall feel, and again, just something for everyone. On that note, be sure to hit that subscribe button because I will be highlighting my top neighborhoods around Lake Travis in an upcoming video, and definitely don't want you to miss that. Let's break things down a little bit further so you have a really good understanding of everything you need to know about the Lake Travis area in general. First, Lake Travis is broken down by the North Shore and the South Shore, and this is incredibly important to understand. The big reason this is so important to know is because exactly where you are around the lake has such a huge impact on proximity to the areas of Austin. When you're looking at a map and browsing homes online, the location and proximity to things can be very deceiving without having an understanding of how the roads work, and I'm going to dive into this a little bit further. One of the big areas on the North Shore of Lake Travis is the city of Lago Vista, which you may have seen on a map, with Jonestown being a slightly smaller town that's a little bit closer into Austin. These are great spots with tons of opportunity in terms of home prices, outdoor recreation, and beautiful rolling hills that you get in all of the Lake Travis area. With that being said, though, a lot of people I talk to get super excited about this particular area because they see the nice home prices as they're browsing listings online, but there's something they don't know, and that's the fact that there isn't a bridge or roadway of any kind that goes across Lake Travis itself. So when you're on the North Shore, you'll have to go up and around all of Lake Travis, which means you're close to an hour from downtown Austin. Now, for those people working remotely or those who don't have a need or desire to go into Austin proper, this could be a great spot for you. Because it's a little bit farther from Austin proper, you can get so much more for your money, at least at this time. Again, welcome to the channel where it is all about living in Austin. I've been a local for over 13 years now and love sharing everything that I've learned over those years. Make sure you hit that like button. It helps others looking for this information find it just a little more easily. And if you're happy with the content I'm putting together for you, be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you're alerted of the new videos that I'll be putting out for you weekly. My name is Aubrey von Behren, and I'm also a licensed real estate broker helping hundreds of people relocate to the Austin area over the past 10 years. If that's you, be sure to call, text, or email, and I would love to connect about your move. When you're on the South Shore of Lake Travis, you'll find communities such as Lakeway, Hudson Bend, Briarcliff, and the Comanche area, just to name a few. In these spots, you'll actually cut your commute to Austin in half because you're not having to go up and around all of Lake Travis in its entirety. Because of that, though, these areas are on average about twice the cost of the North Shore of Lake Travis, so be sure to keep that in mind. Also, check out my videos about the Lakeway area and Rough Hollow, which is a master plan community in Lakeway. These are both on the South Shore of Lake Travis and will get you a little bit closer to Austin if that would be helpful for you. Of course, living near Lake Travis itself is fantastic because you can tap into all of the lake activities and outdoor spots, but it's also important to understand a few things about the lake itself. Before I dive into that, though, I do want to point out some things I love about living near the lake and many of those activities that you can tap into. Many people who live near the water find themselves buying a boat or renting one occasionally, or you'll quickly make friends with somebody who has a boat, which may be the best idea. Generally speaking, I love this idea because there's so many great spots on the water that you never know about unless you've actually gotten out there and explored. In addition to the multiple marinas, you'll find a handful of waterfront restaurants where you can dock your boat during the day, grab a bite, and get back on the water. There's also an awesome zip lining adventure over Lake Travis, which is touted as one of the longest and fastest zip lines in Texas. If you have kids or you're a big kid yourself, there's also a floating water park on Lake Travis, which is equivalent to 2 football fields worth of inflatable obstacles and a really nice shoreline hangout for parents or the other people who are just wanting to lounge and watch everybody on the inflatables. Now, many people expect the lake to have much less topography around it and even beach entrances where you can spend time laying out or lounging. But because Lake Travis itself is actually a man-made lake or reservoir, you'll find mainly rocky cliff sides amongst the rolling hills. And although this topography can be challenging in a lot of ways, a lot of people actually find fun in this in certain areas by hanging out on the rocky shores and cliff diving, things of that nature. Now, because of the steep terrain, many of the waterfront homes will have a tram of sorts that take you down the hillside from your house all the way to the dock. On that note, Lake Travis being man-made also means that it's not a constant level lake. When we're experiencing a drought, the lake levels will drop and more of the shoreline will show. Because of this, you'll actually find more areas where you can hang out on land or even anchor your boat up to some of the islands that are showing up in Lake Travis. If you are interested in lake property, be sure to reach out to me so that I can share a little bit more about what to look for in terms of not only water depth, but a lot of the lake nuances that will make all of the difference for you, and many people just wouldn't know unless you've lived here with a lot of experience. Now, this one is super important and definitely something that many people don't know. As I mentioned earlier in the video, distance to Austin is very important for a lot of people moving to the area, and it varies widely depending on which side of the lake you live on. And a big reason for this, a big reason it varies so much, is because there are actually no highways around the lake. All of the main roads in and out of the Lake Travis area are 50 to 50-mile-an-hour roads with stoplight intersections the entire way. This really adds to your drive time, especially with all of the growth in the greater Austin area and certainly out towards Lake Travis itself. With many more people working remotely these days, I've seen a lot of the areas grow in terms of population and definitely popularity. So if you can live near the water on really nice property in a nice home for a ton of value, who wouldn't want to do that after all? Now, a big reason that many people gravitate towards the Lake Travis area is because of all the greenery and gorgeous scenery. And when you're living farther out, I find that most people also want to make sure the beauty and scenery are going to remain over the years, especially with all of the growth we're experiencing. With that being said, there are numerous city and state-run parks around the lake, which means that many of those pretty green spaces you see right now are going to actually remain. You'll also find the Balcones Canyonlands near Lago Vista, which is a gorgeous preserve with a ton of wildlife. So again, lots of opportunity to preserve the nature and the beauty, and the big reason that many people want to live a little bit farther out and towards Lake Travis itself. All in all, I think the biggest trade-off to living near Lake Travis is the distance to Austin proper. I thoroughly enjoy living near the Lake Travis area, and I think it has so much to offer in terms of home styles, different community opportunities, and certainly recreation and lifestyle. So again, just like anything, there are trade-offs to living somewhere, and in the Lake Travis area, I think that biggest trade-off is distance. But with that being said, you really have everything that you need day to day nearby in the Lake Travis area, especially with all of the commercial development and growth. If you need to go into Austin, you're 30 minutes to an hour away, depending on which side of the lake you're on. Not all that bad in the grand scheme of things, especially depending on exactly where you're coming from in the country. Guys, this is all about living in Austin, Texas. Just as a reminder, I'm a licensed real estate broker here in the Austin area, and I would love to help with all of your real estate needs. As always, call, text, or email. I'd love to answer those questions for you, and be sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Would love to hear what you think of the Lake Travis area in general. If you already live here or if you're thinking about a move to the area, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear from you.